Okay, today is July 27th, 2023. My name is Kai Yang, and I am conducting an interview of Shu Yang at
Helen.
or she goes by Helen, at Yang in China right now,
Jiangsu province.
in Jiangsu province, as part of an oral history assignment for Dr. Kerr Harrelly's U.S. history class and the Back to the Foodture project at Houston Community College. Thank you for allowing me to join you today.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me your name?
Just said it, Helen.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell that for me?
I should look at you or look at that?
Look at me. Well, this is me, basically. Actually, do your Chinese name. What is your Chinese name?
Yang Shu.
And how do you spell that?
Spell Chinese
Yes,
name.
spell it. Spell Yang Shu.
Y-A-N-G-S-H-U.
Right. So that's how it would be in Chinese, but since in English, it's gonna be first name first.
And Shu
So it'd be Shu Yang. So
Shu Yang.
how would you spell that?
S-H-U-Y-A-N-G.
Okay.
It's called Shu Yang.
When were you born?
1977. October 9th.
Cool. Where were you born?
In this town, Dafeng, China.
Where is your family from?
This town,
Have they been here their whole life?
forever.
Okay. Which neighborhood did you grow up in? What was the name of the neighborhood? Do you remember?
Just nearby.
Nearby. So
Yeah.
in
The same
Dafeng,
town.
China.
Yeah, I stayed here until maybe 1980 something. No, 1994. When I was 18, I went to Shanghai for college.
Do you remember what your neighborhood was like? Can you describe it for me?
Well, as you can see, this is the neighborhood now. This is actually where I grew up.
The same neighborhood?
Oh, not same neighborhood, but like similar. But before, when I was child, it was like less developed. Because now it's very modern, right? Like modern city.
This neighborhood that we're in right now is very modern,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of neighborhoods that are not.
But when I was a little kid, it was way behind, not well developed.
So can you describe more of your neighborhood?
Not, there were not many high buildings.
What were the houses like?
Uh,
Can you describe like the culture?
the house.
Tell me about the houses. How was it? How did it look?
The house I grew up was very simple. There were not many nice furniture. Very simple table, bed, just basic, very basic furniture.
What color was the wall of the house?
White.
It was white. Was it dirty? Because it was very...
No, not dirty. Okay, the thing is, no matter what, no matter how poor we were, my parents always kept the house clean.
How long ago was this when you were when you were living in your neighborhood?
I left this town in 1994, so that's before that. It's like 30 years ago.
When were you born again?
1977.
So you were born into the neighborhood you just described. So
Kind
that
of
was like
poor, kind of
40.
poor.
It's like 50, like
not
50,
50.
40 years ago.
40 years.
Wow, that's cool.
We were poor, so the apartment was not as nice as this one. But as I said, my parents always kept everything organized and clean, neat.
That's very cool. So, what schools did you attend?
What schools? Elementary
So let's go.
school,
Yeah, let's start from
middle
let's start
school,
from
high
all the way
school.
back.
Uh-huh.
What elementary school did you go to?
My gosh, I couldn't remember. Just 万营小学.
So school in China. So elementary school in China. So can you tell me how many people, like how many kids were in the school, like in each class?
Elementary school. 老妈，我们小时候小学多少人一个班级啊？小学多少人一个班级啊？30, 30, 40,
不止，
50?
40
I
50
couldn't remember. 40 to 50, my mom
Wow,
said.
40 to 50.
Yeah.
Is that because China has such a high population? I see.
And I was the leader.
Really? Of the elementary?
From elementary. Yeah.
Wow. What did you do as the leader?
I
What were your responsibilities?
Okay. I was responsible for handing out
Handing out?
handing out the homework.
Oh.
Like everybody need to turn in their homework in the morning, so I collect them. So actually in the class we have one big leader, that's me, and then we have maybe 4 or 5 small group
leaders.
leader.
So you were in charge of all the leaders.
Yes. So
You're the
they-
leader.
Yeah,
Leader.
leader of the leaders. So they collect all the homework, and then I collect from those small leaders, and then I send them to the teacher's office, and then at the end of the day, I took them from the teacher's office, and then I hand them out, so everybody get their homework notebook, and then they can continue to do the homework on it. So that's one thing, and also I need to
Actually, before you go on, I'm just curious. So what if like one kid, like what if he didn't show up with homework? What if he didn't have homework? Like he forgot to do it, what would you do? Did they ever beg? Like did they ever beg you
no,
or something?
No, you
No?
just take note and you let the teacher know what happened. Yeah.
So were you like the teacher's pet?
No, I am.
But you collected all the homework.
Well, the teachers always like me, but I'm also nice to my classmates. It's not like I have the power and then.
And then you abuse that power. You don't abuse
No,
that power.
No, I'm very nice to them.
Wow.
I was. Also, I need to keep everybody like quiet
Mm.
in the class.
And did they keep quiet because of you?
If I look at them, if I like,
They would be quiet?
Things like that, yeah.
They didn't think of you as bossy?
No, they like me. Although I was like 2 years younger than most of them.
Wow. That's super cool. So let's talk about middle school.
Yeah, the same.
Oh, actually, what were you about to say before I asked my question?
I forgot.
Before I said I was curious, you were going to say something else. Oh, another one of your responsibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk more about that?
So much responsibilities.
Really? In elementary school?
All the time.
And no, what about just elementary school?
Elementary, I also remember like we did how to say that 眼保健操, like
Oh,
we did
this
some
exercises
exercise to
protect your eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
In between those classes.
How long
and
were
I
you?
remember I was the representative of my class, and then me and other leaders from other classes, we formed a group. Then we walk through all the classroom, like check one by one, make sure everybody is doing things right. Well, anyway, just lots of stuff.
That sounds like a lot of responsibilities for a child. That's very good.
But I enjoyed it.
So what about middle school? Did those responsibilities follow you all the way to high school and college? Wow. What college did you go to?
Shanghai Institute of Foreign Trade.
Can you tell me more about that? What was your major?
English.
English?
But it's like more focused on trading.
Interesting.
Like it's called international business.
International business.
English for international business.
I see. Were you only in college for 4 years or? Okay. Did you think about going further than that with your education?
Well, yeah. My mom asked me to continue after I graduated.
Yep.
But I think because I always studied very hard.
Right.
From elementary school to college, right? And as I told you, I always had so much responsibilities. So I thought I would take a break. So what I told my mom was, I will one day, but not now. I want to experience more of the real life, not just on the campus.
I see.
Yeah.
That's a very good reason.
So next year, I think I'm going after my postgraduate degree.
That's cool.
For psychology.
For psychology.
Counseling.
Wow. You could be a very good counselor.
How do you know?
I just guessed. What did you do for fun when you were little?
I liked lots of things.
Like what? What was the most?
Singing, dancing.
Okay.
Drawing.
What
We didn't have computer game, but we had lots of activities during the short break between classes. We have like 10 to 15 minutes. So we had four classes in the morning.
What?
4 classes in the afternoon.
Are you talking about elementary school or middle school or what?
I think elementary school.
Elementary
too.
school? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then in between, we had 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But what I can remember was very happy 10 minutes.
That's
like,
good.
Couldn't wait to rush out and then didn't want to come back to the classroom.
I see.
We played lots of games.
Where did you play? Are there any like...
Playground.
Okay. Are there any like places that you went to where you played? Specific names?
No. Just playground.
Okay. Are you married?
On campus. Now? Yeah.
Are you married? Okay.
Of course.
What is your spouse/partner's name?
His name?
His name.
Daryl Kenneth Pierce.
Okay. Where is he from?
Texas?
He's not from Texas.
Yes, he is.
He's from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
How did y'all meet?
Online.
Online. On what? Online? On what website?
eHarmony.com.
Wow. That's very cool.
Can you believe that?
Do you have any children?
Yes. I have one kid. That's you, who is sitting in front of me. And my husband has 8 kids from his first marriage. So we have 9 kids combined together.
Wow. Okay. So 9 kids. That's a lot of kids. What are their names? Can you tell me all of their names? Starting from me.
Okay.
Actually, let's just start from the youngest to oldest. So still me. Because I'm the youngest.
That's kind of hard for me. So let me say boys, girls.
Okay.
Boys, Kai, Rusty, Sean, Kagan, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then girls, Anya, Kasha, Mary, Sally, Christina.
Wow, that's really cool.
Not easy for me because I need to remember all those birthdays, and then on Christmas I have, like lots of gifts.
Right. Actually, let's go back to like how you met your husband. Can you elaborate more on that?
You're interested?
Yeah, I'm very interested.
I met him online, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, at that time, that's like 13 years ago. Yeah, this is 2023, so that's 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so after y'all met
So
online, like what happened?
Because I wanted to find a Christian who will be loyal to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I searched Christian dating, and then I chose eharmony.com. After we met online, and he came to China like 1 month later. So we spent 3 days together. He spent 3 days together with all of us, our family, and then church brothers and sisters. And after that, we felt like we loved each other and we wanted to get married.
So just to be clear, before you met your husband, were you in China or
Yeah,
were you already
in China.
Oh, okay. So and then he was in the United States.
Yes,
I see.
came to Shanghai. I was in Shanghai.
That's a very
at
long
that time.
distance.
Yes, because my mom couldn't believe someone that I met online. So my mom says, until I see his face, I wouldn't believe he's a true person, a real person.
Wow.
And then I told him, he was like, okay, I'm going. So I think that's a Memorial weekend. Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. He seems like a very
romantic.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Okay.
brave.
Yeah, very
and
brave.
I'm brave too.
Right. Why is he brave?
Well, I think, because there are lots of people want to immigrate to United States. They just want to get green card.
Did you want to immigrate
No.
to the United States before you met him at all? No?
Because I had my almost perfect life.
So you were
here.
fine with being in China your whole life?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
That's not my dream. I just wanted to find a husband and also a father for my son, you.
Right.
I just want someone to move into my apartment with me because everything was settled.
Yeah, that's...
The school, elementary, kindergarten, elementary, middle school.
I see.
And also university.
Right.
Were all there in a university city.
So moving to the United States wasn't part of your plan at all? I see.
I forgot. I pray to God. I say lots of prayers, but I forgot to ask God, give me someone here, close by. No, I forgot that.
Wow, so just because of that, he found someone in the United States for you. I see. Okay, so let's go back to the kids. So where do they live now? Where do they all live now?
Some of them live in Houston. Some in...
Can you name who lives in Houston?
Why?
Just because I'm just generally curious.
You know that. Mary, Sally. Sally maybe not now.
Where's Sally
Anya.
now?
I'm not sure because I'm here Before I came to China, I heard she went to Alaska.
Wow,
But I don't
Alaska.
know.
Wow.
Yeah, but I
It's
don't
far.
know where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
So Mary, Sally, Anya in Houston, and then Christina in California, and my God, and Kagan in West Virginia, and Rusty in Colorado. And are you giving me that test?
No, I'm just curious. I'm just
And
curious. Or do you need some water?
Nah, it's okay.
Need
Sean.
some water?
Where is Sean?
Here's some water.
What's the
Sean
name?
is in Lubbock. He's in
Oh,
Lubbock.
in Texas too.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. So let's move on to the actual dish. So the name of the dish is called. Actually, I'm actually not sure how to say it in English. So in Chinese, it would be 番茄炒蛋.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite dishes, probably.
One of. What are your favorite?
Well, we're gonna do this dish because that's what I picked.
Oh.
But how would you translate it into English?
I don't know. Fried eggs with tomato? Or
Would it be tomato fried eggs? Tomato frying eggs?
tomato fried eggs? Tomato with fried eggs. Anyway, it's just.
So let's just call it tomato fried eggs because I think that sounds better. So do you remember the first time you tried this dish?
I cannot remember exactly, but since it's a very easy one, so maybe I started to try it when I was in high school, maybe?
In high school? Like you started cooking it or did someone cook it for you?
Oh, that's a very popular
So, oh really?
dish in China.
So you tried it?
I had it from my childhood all the time. Like almost every Chinese family
Had it.
cooked that.
I see.
Yeah.
So when did you learn to cook this dish? In high school? That's what you said?
I think I started to cook a lot after I got married.
Uh-huh.
But before that, I must have tried it randomly, like occasionally.
You tried it randomly. Like how did you like it?
I always like it.
You always liked it? That's cool. So why
And also, I think most of Chinese like it.
So it's just a popular dish overall.
It's just easy and nutritious.
It's easy,
and
right.
also colorful. Beautiful, like the red and the yellow, orange color.
Right.
Yeah.
So why do you cook this dish now? Why do you cook it now?
For my son.
Right, because it's my favorite.
Uh-huh.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Yeah, your favorite food.
My favorite. That's one of my favorite.
That's one of your favorite? Can you tell me about your other favorite foods?
The other one is 回锅肉. I don't know.
回锅肉, what can you tell me what it is? What is it?
It is like bacon.
Bacon? Okay.
But then you fry it. I think why people call it 回锅肉 is first in China, people will put a big chunk of pork into the water and just
Boil it?
Just boil it. And after that, they will slice them into pieces, and then put them back and fry it with pepper, red pepper, green pepper, green onion, stuff like that.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds very good. So it's mostly pork. What is there anything else in it? What else is in it?
Well, I think each restaurant has their own recipe, but most of them will put, like I said, green and red pepper.
Okay.
And a green onion, and maybe onion.
I see. So that's your favorite dish? Favorite food? You were saying?
And
Okay.
spicy.
Oh, a little spicy? That's nice. So, what is your least favorite food?
Least favorite. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty easygoing.
What are some dishes that you just never want to eat again, ever in your life, that tasted so bad?
I cannot remember. What I can remember when I was little, when I was a kid, I hate ginger. I hate ginger. I don't like any food with ginger in it.
I see.
But yeah,
Ginger is a very common, like
Yeah.
Chinese ingredient,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But then
So that would be very hard for you
Yeah,
because
so I
it's in a
think-
lot of things.
so I cannot remember. Well, what is my least favorite dish?
Right.
But I can remember this, like my least favorite ingredients. So I
It's
always,
ginger.
Yeah, I always
I see.
pick them out.
Ah, gotcha. I understand.
But then I think now when I'm a grown up, I know it's nutritious. It's
So you try to
very-
eat it.
It's very good for my health. So at least I do not pick them out.
I see.
Yeah.
So what cuisine do you eat the most?
Huh?
What food do you eat the most?
Chinese food.
Oh, okay. But if you had to pick one, what would you say it is? Probably rice, right? Rice.
One food.
Yeah, like you eat rice the most, right? Because it's in every meal, basically.
Yeah, kind of. Fried
Rice.
rice.
Okay.
I like fried rice.
Fried rice.
More
Fried rice is
than
good.
white rice.
Okay. And what role does food play in your connection to other people?
Well, I think for myself, I would not cook that much. But I think food is kind of a way of serving other people for me.
Interesting.
Like in a family, if I don't have my husband or my son or other people with me, I would just eat very, very simple things. I even don't cook for myself. But you know, in real life, for the past maybe how many years? 10,
Yeah, sure.
10,
10 years?
11?
I don't know.
Since I moved
Okay.
to
13, United States.
2021, 12 years,
Okay.
I have been cooking all the time.
I see.
It's for other people.
Gotcha. So
So
it's like
I-
it's like
It's a way of
so it's a way to
serving.
serve other people. I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
And then loving other people.
gotcha. That's
But
complete
not just for my own family.
for other people, for other families too.
Yeah, so
I see.
I cook
For other
for
people
you
too.
guys, I cook for you, for your dad, for other kids, and then I also cook food for patients
Right.
who need it, and sometimes I enjoy sharing with my friends.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's go back to the dish. Let's go back to tomato fried
番茄炒
eggs.
蛋.
番茄炒蛋, yep. So how does this dish connect you to the culture? Connect you to culture?
To Chinese
Yeah,
culture,
yeah. How does it connect you to Chinese culture? I would say just because it's a very popular Chinese dish,
Yeah.
right? It's pretty straightforward.
for me, it's like if you are a Chinese,
Then you should know this
you
dish.
should know this dish,
Right.
and maybe this is also one of your family dishes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Gotcha.
like everybody likes
Right.
it. And also, I think for moms, maybe all moms want their kids to be able to cook this one when they grow up.
Because
this is
it's
so
pretty simple, right?
easy.
Right.
Also nutritious.
Nutritious too. Okay.
Not junk food.
So what does food mean to you? This is kind of similar to the other question, I think. It's just like, a way to serve, right, other people. I mean, obviously we
What
needed
does
to.
food mean to me? I need food to survive.
Yeah, obviously we needed to survive,
Yeah.
right?
But I think I thought about that before. How much I don't want to cook.
Mm.
I think I said to my friends before, I wish there are some like pills.
Oh, that you can just take, so you don't
You
have
just
to eat.
take you just take
That
three
actually
pills.
sounds very
You just
useful.
take 3 pills every day, and
That sounds
then
very
you
useful.
don't need to cook.
Right. Wow.
This is
That's something you've always thought about, huh?
I need to
I see.
survive,
Okay.
and then I also need to serve other people because I know my husband enjoys food. I know my son enjoys food.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I see.
can cook for other people.
Okay, so that's about it. Thank you again for agreeing to meet with us. I had a wonderful time talking with you, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you. This concludes our interview.
Oh, that's it? That's so short.
Mm-hmm.